Sometimes when the cause of justice is defeated, there's nothing to say. Sometimes when justice is not dealt right, there's nothing to say. Sometimes when a black youth goes out and gets their last bag of Skittles, there's nothing to say. Sometimes when somebody's below the age of 20 and they shot straight in the face, there's nothing to say. Sometimes when the justice system does not just deliver justice, but instead incriminates a whole black nation, there's nothing to say. Sometimes when a black community rises up to have a voice in the current events of their lives, and they're blamed for the violence that goes around. Sometimes when it looks like the color of a man's skin leads to them living in a time warp where color is of essence, and they become the very degenerate part of that society that society does not want to deal with. There's nothing to say. We're still caught up in this hatred where there's nothing to say. Communities have got to come together now and not fight violence with violence, but come together and reason. Bring it all together. See how we can bring a solution to this very... There's nothing to say. America. America. May these dear young souls rest in peace and know that their struggle is now forgotten. We as poets and artists shall fight on to make sure the word lives forever, and that every living American gets to hear that we're not about that. Your lives have not passed in vain, for we as artists shall continue the battle that love may be spread and the history not forgotten, that the lessons of history shall be learned and passed on from generation to generation, and we as the ambassadors of love shall remember your names, engrave them in the invisible wall of history, that our children's children may remember that the struggle did carry on, that the struggle did carry on. May I plead to America not to fight violence with violence, but only to understand that what we need is love. And in this love we need to share. We need to give each other the space to breathe, to believe in each other, to see a brighter tomorrow, to go past this curve of hatred and come through to the true America. A giving America, a loving America, a true America. But as long as this violence goes on, we have nothing to say. America, justice is more about that. And we see through your smoke screen. It's time you tear it down and deliver the real justice. We have nothing to say.